Hi everybody, welcome back to today's video. I'm going to show you how to design this real quick. Okay, now most importantly, I want you to understand this. I don't want you to skip this video because this video is really important, guys. Remember, this particular flyer is different from most of the flyers that I've done on this particular platform. I don't want to talk too much, but you can see these are almost text throughout. Okay, and so what makes this flyer really epic is the way I arranged the text on the canvas. All right, so guys, probability you can do the same thing and still not get the result that I have is because the way you arrange your text is wrong. And so whilst we are designing this flyer, I want you to be pay much attention to it and then just see how I go about it. Let's go to Photoshop. Without further delay, I'm going to click on Control N for my new document to pop up, and then I'm going to choose pixels over here. I'm going to set this side to 2000 and I'm going to set the height to 2500. I'm going to set the resolution to 300. I'm going to click here. I'm going to set the color to color black, and then I'm going to call it let's just say Easter poster. All right, I'm going to leave everything like this. I'm going to click on create. Also, you want to go to views. I want to go to new guides layout. I'm going to set here to 8 and I'm going to set this side also to 8. All right, and I'm going to click over here. I'm going to set it to 0, and then also I'm going to click here. I'm going to set it to 0 as well, and then I'm going to click on OK, and that is it. All right, so this is our canvas for you. Now I am going to put the theme. Everything is going to come, then the background is going to be last. I'm not going to tackle the background now. Let's start. All right, so I'm going to click on my text tool and then I'm going to type over here. Then I'm going to pick the details over here. I'm going to pick Vic. All right, and then I'm going to come in there and I'm going to paste it over here like that. Okay, all right, so that is it. And then I'm going to Windows and I'll go to brush settings. I also go to Windows again and I'll go to character. All right, so that's it. Now the font I am going to be using for this, let me click over here and set it to color white for now. The font I'm going to be using for this is Mermaid. I don't have time. All right, so Mermaid, guys, I don't have time. I want you guys to get it real quick. The font size I'm going to be using is 65. Okay, I'm going to make it big like this. I might even make it much more bigger than this. Okay, but I'm going to be using this for now. I'll duplicate it by clicking on Ctrl J and then I'll hold shift and then I'm going to drag it somewhere here. Guys, make sure auto select is off over here, and then make sure Vic is selected. Make sure move to is also selected. Hold shift and I'm going to drag it that way. All right, now guys, whilst we are there, the only free thing you can ever give me whilst we are doing this YouTube stuff is to give me some likes and some comments as well. Okay, just be generous with it, guys. Do not hold it. Do not hold on to it. Just like a video and then just comment as well. It's really important. It means a lot to me. All right, so this is it. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to drag it down. Then I'm going to be sharing something with you right now. Okay, just hold on. I'm going to show something with you right now. I'm going to paste it here right now. Okay, I'm going to drag this underneath it. All right, and I'm going to even make this font size quite bigger. All right, so what I'm going to do is that let's just see. I'm going to make sure it touches here. Then I'm going to drag, make it all like that. Good. Let's see. So guys, you saw it. I set it to 65. All right, there's it. Now I'm going to pull Control R. Control R should work. All right. Control R. Yeah. And I'm going to drag this. I'm going to drag this line to touch this part of it. Good. I'm going to drag this line to touch this part of it. Okay, good. Now these two lines are going to be the guiding line for us. We are going to make sure our text doesn't cross these two lines. All right, it shouldn't cross it at all. Shouldn't cross it. All right, so also this and this should also be in caps as well. All right, good. Now Vic should go here a little bit, and then Victory should go here a little bit. Going to this, I'll go to place embedded, and then I'm going to pick let's go and pick this, and let's pick that one. All right, so that is it. Enter, and I'm going to drag it all the way here. All right, guys, forgive me, but I'm trying to keep it epic. I'll drag it underneath it. I'll also drag this underneath this. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, good. Now pay attention to this. Okay, pay attention to this. Victory secured is one word. All right, guys, this is one word. Where we are going to connect words together. So what you're going to do is, we are not going to give it too much space. If you give it too much space, we are trying to separate those two texts. Guys, are you listening to this? We are trying to separate these two texts from each other. What we want to do is we want to keep them close to each other, very close to each other, to show that they are linked, connected, networked. You understand? All right, so I'm going to set it like that. I feel like this is good. Even these two, we need to make sure it is middle aligned. All right, so guys, right, so you feel me? I'm going to put it in a group. I'm going to call it, just say, main theme. All right, then I'm going to open it. Then these texts, I'm going to put them in a group. What I want to do is I want to give it some drop shadow. All right, guys, drop shadow is what I'm going to give it. And then let's click on drop shadow over here, and then let's set the color over here to 860E00. all right, and then let's click on OK. Now it's multiply over here. We want to set it to maybe around 70 something. The angle should be 104. all right, I'm going to set here to 3, and then here I'm going to set it to 0, and then that is it. All right, let's click on OK. And that is it for now. All right, so let's just close it. Good. Now we are going to bring in a few other text over here. I'm going to type over here, and then I'm going to pick the cross. Good. The cross. I'm going to paste it there. Nice. Then guys, remember what we said? We said it should touch this side, right? Good. So it's touching there. It should be like that. Yeah. All right, so this is good. All right, so guys, did you see that I just drag it all the way here? From here it should never cross this line. All right, I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to drag it up. All right, and I'm going to pick the power off. Now I'm trying to make this very short because this can really get really long real fast. I don't want that to happen. I'm also going to drag it here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm really going to drag it all the way somewhere here. All right, so duplicate it again, and then I'm going to drag it somewhere there. I'm going to type in the theme. All right, but I'm going to make the font size really small. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to set it to maybe around 7 or so. Good, and I'm going to drag it there. Now let's just zoom in, and then let's pick our rectangular tool here, and then let's just draw something there. All right, so something like this. Good. Now let's just double click it, and then we are going to give it a special gradient color. I'm going to click here, then I'm going to click here. I'm going to double click here. I'm going to set it to DB4414. I'll click on OK. Then I'm going to click this side, double click it. I'm going to set it to FFCC00. All right, I'll click on OK. I'll click here on OK. But then we need to make some few tweaks over here as well. I'm going to set it to linear. I'm going to set it to 32. Guys, are you following? Over here at the scale, I'm going to set it to 103. Good. And then align over here. Now let's drag it this way. What we want to achieve is to make sure it goes like that. All right, guys, and then this is cool. Then we're going to drag it underneath the theme. All right, and then hold Control and click over here. Good. Now click on the theme here. Let's go here. All right, and then guys, make sure you click here, then you click here as well. Good. And then Control D. We have it figured out now. I think this is great so far. All right, this is great so far. We're going to put all this in a group. We are going to call it theme, sub theme, but we are not yet done with it. Okay, we're still going to do more with it. All right, so guys, pay attention to this. You can see this, it needs to touch this side, like the way this is also touching this side. So I'm going to pick theme and this, then I'm going to drag it here. All right, so that is it. I'm going to duplicate this. Let's duplicate it again. Control J. Good. Then I'm going to drag it down. I'm going to limit my talking. I'm going to do most of the design. All right, so I'm going to drag this here, and then this is going to be that one. I'm going to paste it there. Good. All right, now I might use the same font. I might not use the same font. It depends. I don't know. but over here I'm going to set it to 400. Let's see for the meantime. I feel like I should drag it all the way to this side. Okay, now one thing is going to happen if I set it to 7. I might have to even give it more. I might have to give it maybe 680, something like that. I don't know. And then I'm going to drag it here. All right, I feel like this is better. I also have to go for scripture. All right, and I'll have to go and paste scripture here. Good, and I might have to give it 200 here. Nice. That means I'll have to also maybe increase this side a little bit more. You feel me? That means Matthew will have to maybe be reduced to maybe around 560. Feel me? And then maybe push it somewhere here. Guys, are you understanding? Are you understanding the whole process? I feel like I'm confusing some people. But then if I am not, cool out. So I feel like this, the way it is good. It's really good. But let's change the color code over here. So I'm going to change the color code over there. Alright, in the color code, what I'm about to do will blow your mind. I'm going here to the gradient and then I'm coming to this side. What else should we do to it? So we are going to use this color code. Drag this one down, double click here. We're going to use 960200. Good. And then we're going to double click here. We're going to use F21903. Good. And then everything is going to be like this, guys. We're not going to mess with anything here. I feel like this is good. I'm going to click over there. Then that is it. All right, so that is it. I'm going to put this in the group. I'll call it scripture. Peace. This already looks good so far. We have to put some few stuff over here. What I'll do is I'll pick that and then I'll draw a thin line here. Good. I'll double click it and I'm going to set it to color white. All right. Okay. Push it a little closer. And then okay, I didn't tell you this. The power of the cross, I'll still feel like it should still maintain the same font here, but the rest of the details we need to change the font. All right, we need to change the font. We don't need to use mermaid. Okay, we need to bring in some contrast. Montserrat, I'm going to use Montserrat bold for it. Actually, we need to bring in some contrast to it. All right, so I'm going to be using Montserrat bold. This as well. I'm going to use Montserrat as well, but I'm going to make this one I'm going to make it medium, and then I'm have to reduce it to 500. Good. I have to also push it here a bit. All right, so using different font for it. That is cool. Let's go to the power of, let's duplicate it. Sorry, Control J to duplicate it and then drag it out of it. Bring it somewhere here. Push it somewhere here. Good. We are going to pick Good Friday and then we are going to paste it there. Now we need to make sure that the font is reduced drastically. I feel like this is too big. I'm going to make it 18 thereabout. And then if that's 18, that means this side also has to be what? Maybe 16 or 18. Like 16 is better. Control H. Remember we said it has to hit this line. It never has to cross that line. So we're going to keep that line. All right. Never has to cross that line. Let's see. All right. That is also good. All right. So I'm going to keep it like this. And then what I'm going to do is this one. Let's see. Which one is this? Yes. Hold Alt and then drag it on top of that. Good. And then let's double click on it. What we are going to do is we are going to reduce the scale, then we're going to drag it there like that. That's basically it. So it features in there nicely. All right, we're also going to duplicate theme. We're going to drag it on top of it, then we're going to drag it this side, we're going to drag it this side. We also need to make sure it's straight with this. We are using the same font size. Have you realized that? Using the same font size. You're going to paste it there, and for that is 7 here, definitely we're going to keep this side 7, if not lower. All right, so I'm going to keep it somewhere there. Now what we have is sometimes people bring it closer. No, I feel like these are two different things. All right, so I'm going to keep it somewhere here. If you want to keep it closer, it still makes sense, but let the space show how you are organizing things. All right, guys, you feel me? Let the space show. All right, so I'm going to keep this Good Friday. All right, so we are getting somewhere. Maybe I should make it a little bit. Let's make it 10. Then let's make this side 10. Good. Oh, good. Maybe let's make this side 8. No, 9. I feel like 9 is better. Good. Good. This is great. This is great. This is great. This is great. This is by far great. All right, so let's see. It starts from here. It ends here. Can't complain. That's good. The next thing on the item is we need to start bringing in some dates and some stuffs. Okay, so to do that, we have to increase it. Control H. We'll have to pick this and we'll have to touch here and we'll have to come and touch somewhere here. All right. Good. But I feel like this is too big. I feel like this is too big. I don't know, but still we are going to use it. All right, so we're going to put it somewhere here. Then I'm going to select these two. Okay, now this is what the mistake other people do. People bring it too close to it. Guys, don't bring it too close to it. It shouldn't happen like that. All right, so what you have to do is bring it closer, but let the space indicate that there is one. I mean, these are 3 different blocks of information. This is different, this is different, this is different. See what I'm creating it like a Lego. All right, so that is what we are doing. I'm going to drag it down a bit more. All right, so the space over here, that is what I'm going to use this to create. Let's close this. No, I'm going to select this one. Okay, exactly. I'm using this to create that space over there, the exact spacing over there. Okay, maybe I should bring it closer. That means that all this information will also have to do what? Go a little bit closer. But at the end of the day, the space here should be the exact space here. You should create that illusion. All right, so I feel like this is good so far. We are going to be using. I'm going to open Good Friday. I might duplicate this one and then drag it out. That is what I'm going to be using throughout. I'm going to pick it, push it somewhere here. I'm going to use that. All right, now also I need to make sure it doesn't cross that line. Guys, are you following? And most importantly, I need to make sure I'm maintaining equal distance over there. So I need to go down. This equal distance, I should appear to have that equal distance. You feel me? All right, then we are going to be picking this, and then we are going to be pasting it. I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to drag it here. Good. I'm going to pick that. I'm going to paste it there. In fact, it should exactly. Then I'm going to I'll go to place embedded. Then I'm going to pick that. Enter. I'm going to drag it all the way here. All right. So let's check the size of that. The size is 10. Oh, might have to increase it a little bit. All right. I might have to increase it a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these 2 fonts. I'm going to make them 11. Okay, and I'm going to make this side 10. All right, so good. Now let's check. I feel like it's better. Still hasn't crossed yet. Push this one in a little bit. Push this one in a little bit. And then guys, check. This yellowish thing has to be in the middle of both of them. Equal distance here, equal distance here. You're understanding the mindset behind this whole thing. You are getting it now. Alright, so duplicate this one and then drag it down. Now that is going to be the time. Okay, and now I'm going to make that font a little bit smaller than the rest. I'm going to paste it down there. Alright, so I'm going to paste it down here and I'm going to do it this way. For this, I am going to set, let's set here to 10. Nice. I'm going to boost it to maybe around 90 or 80 thereabout. No, it's too much. Let's set it to 40. Good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this side to a lighter text medium. I'll go here and I'm going to choose an orange color there. Good. I'm going to select this one. I'm going to click over here the color. I'm going to choose yellowish color here. Good. What I just did is contrast in color. All right, and then I'm going to push it up a bit more. Okay, now take note, if I bring it closer to it, I'm going to defeat the purpose. I need to separate the date from the time. So I use what? I use space to separate the date from the time. A space. Okay, you understand me? That is how it works. All right, so we are done with that. I'm also going to click over here, pick here from top to down. I want to maintain that. And I'm going to hit somewhere here. Cool. I'll drag it somewhere here. On top of that, what I want to really do is I'm going to hold Alt and I'm going to drag the FX here on top of it. Nice. Let's close this. Let's drag this somewhere here. Okay. I want you to double click on the gradient overlay and let's make it epic. I'm going to push this here and I'm going to push it somewhere there. In fact, I'm going to push it a lot. Alright, so to spread out like that, I'm going to click on OK. It looks cool to me. I'm going to pick the time or whatever it is we have. I'll drag it on top of it. And then with this, I'm going to pick that. And I'm going to paste it there. Then I'm going to drag it all the way here. I need to make sure it is also a little bit smaller. Okay, and so I'll click on the character. I'm going to set it to 7. If I set it to 7, I might have to set this side to 7, the leading to 7 as well. And then I don't have to make it too bold, so I'm going to make it maybe semi-bold. I'm going to click here. I'm going to set it to color white, and then I'm going to make sure it falls in the middle of the entire thing, something like that, guys. Okay, now here is the thing. Everything here is going to be the same. Let's leave this side to 0. Okay, everything here is probably going to be the same, but I'm also going to click here again and I'm going to create something like that. You understand me? Then with this, I'm going to double click it. I'm going to change the colors. Go to gradient overlay. Now go to gradient overlay, and then I'm going to click there. I'm going to double click here. I'm going to give this color 004D88. I'll click on OK, and then I'm going to click here. I'm going to set it to 00D2FF. Alright, I'm going to click on OK, and I'm going to click on OK. Now don't worry about the color if the color is not too epic yet. I have a way to make it epic. Okay, and I'll show you how to make it epic. Okay, the colors are just going to blend in there nicely. You'll be shocked. Alright, so that is it. And then perhaps duplicate, retreat, and drag it on top of it. I'm going to use 8 p.m. because that is the time we are going to be using. I'll click on character and I'm going to set it to extra bold. I'll hold Control and I'll click over here on the rectangle. I'll click on my move tool here. I'll click there and I'll click here. Alright, now what does that? It centers it nicely over there. Control T, and then let's enlarge it a bit more. We are done. So that is it, guys. All right, so guys, that is it. That is basically it. um that is basically it. Now the other thing is that you need to make sure it falls in the middle there, so we're gonna drag it up a bit more, and I feel like it falls in the middle. Also remember, it touches here nicely. All right, so that is good. Now this, let's duplicate this, okay, and then let's drag it down. Guys, remember, equal spacing here, equal spacing here, equal spacing here, equal spacing here, equal spacing there. You feel me? Good. We are getting somewhere. I'm going to put everything in a group. We're going to call it retreat. Awesome. So which one is this one? It has to be also be in there as well. All right, so that is it. But then I feel like duplicating the time. I feel like dragging it out. Okay, now I'm going to move it down here. I'm going to pick the venue. All right, I'm going to pick the venue, and then I'm going to double click there, and I'm going to paste it. I'll go there and I'm going to set this side to 0. Okay, and then I'll go to paragraph and set it to middle aligned, and then I'm going to drag it somewhere here. Now if this is 10, I probably will set the side to set 10 as well. I'll click here, I'll set it to color white as well. I'll click on OK. Control H, Control T. You need to make sure it falls in the middle. But also remember, guys, remember, equal spacing here, equal spacing here. You feel me? You feel me? So that is how we are designing this whole thing. If it's not like that, it's really not going to be nice. If it's not like that, it's really not going to be nice. Okay. And also sometimes you have to make sure the spaces are not too big. Alright, if the spaces are too big, it's really going to defeat the purpose. I also feel like I should enlarge this to touch all sides of the line as a final treat. Now I'm looking at it from a longer distance. I feel like the spaces are too big. So this is what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move them closer. I'm going to move from here to here. I'm going to move it closer. Good. Then I'm going to move this. Sorry. I'm going to move this. All right. Yeah. I'm going to select all of them. Good. Let's check it out. Good. I'm going to move this closer. Nice. That means I have to select everything in there as well, and then move it closer. Good. Then perhaps move this closer. I feel like this is good. Alright, so you can see the way I'm taking my time to do it. This also goes closer. This is bad. Don't do it like this. We are maintaining equal distances. Okay, equal distances here, equal distances here. This is a secret, guys. This is a secret people normally pay to get, so you're getting it for free on this channel. All right. Okay, so now when you select everything, Control T, automatically everything should fall in the middle over there like that, automatically. If it doesn't, you did something wrong somewhere. Okay, so we are basically done with everything, including the venue and everything. Now this level is something else that we need to do. We need to start creating the background. All right, so how do we create a background? We'll put this in a group first. Let me call it venue. Create a background. Let's click here. Let's go there. Let's go to place embedded, and then let's go and pick the background. Okay, I'm going to pick this one first. I'm going to click on it. Good. I'm going to enlarge it. Interesting. I'm going to pull it here. Sweet. This is nice. All right, so it's coming out nice as well. I also feel like I should type here, and I should go and pick convention, Easter convention. I'm going to paste it there. Okay, but the font size I'm going to be using is maybe around let's just say, sorry, let's click on Easter convention. The font size I'm going to be using is maybe around let's just say 5, right? I'm going to drag it somewhere here. Good. I'm going to pick this and I'm going to select there. Let's go and let's see which one we need to work on. Alright, this one I'm going to give it a mask. I'll duplicate, double click it and click on invert. Good. Now we need to make sure, let's drag the Easter convention in there. We need to make sure the Easter convention falls in the middle of that space over there. Alright, so we need to move it. Equal spacing, guys, remember, equal spacing, right? Equal spacing. Good. This is great. Good. This is great. Alright, so close it. Now we have that. We can do more to this, okay? And so I'm going to file place embedded. We got to do more to it. We're going to add landscape over here, and then I'm going to increase it, and then I'm going to bring it out there like that. All right, so I don't know, but I feel like we'll keep it like this for the meantime. Then I'll have to maybe let's just clean it for now. All right, let's just clean it for now. We can still do more though. All right, so guys, you know how to mask. I'm masking it. I'll go to file, I'll go to place embedded again, and then this time I'm going to bring this to add some few details to the background. I don't want the background to be too dull. I'm going to set it, guys, to overlay. Then I'm going to reduce the opacity here to 50. All right, it's good. Also, guys, I'm going to bring in the circle, that is this particular one, and to do that I'll go here and I'll go to place embedded, and I'm going to click on it. I'm going to bring it. Now this is what I'm going to use to create the effect. All right, that's what I'm going to use to create the effect over there like that. I need to make sure it falls in the middle. All right, it has to be in the middle. All right, so okay, good. Now what you're going to do is you're going to click over here, and then we're going to set it to screen. Now you can see that edges is not really blending well, and to be able to blend the edges well, I'm going to click on levels. I'm going to click on it to do it like that, and I'm going to pull this side there. Good. Now on the mask over here, I'm going to create a mask layer here. I'll click on the mask, I'll pick my brush, set here to color black, and then I'm going to mask around. I don't want this side to go. I like the glow over there. I'm going to mask around there. All right. Also, guys, really important, this one, that's the landscape, the Jesus cross or whatever it is over there. You need to make sure it's not spreading like this. If it's spreading like this, it's going to really rob the effect away. Okay, you need to make sure it falls within the circle. It should not cross that circle. Everything should go within that circle. Well, that is what we want to achieve. It should not cross that circle. You shouldn't be able to see it outside that circle. Alright, Control H. Now you can see the cross falls in the middle of the line. That is a good one, a very good one. We'll maintain everything like this. But you can see this down here is not really nice. So let's create a new layer. Pick your brush to pick the colors over here, and then basically just mask it and add it to it. And I would say we are done with our background. We are basically done with our background. All right, BG. We're done with our background. So what we are going to do is we're going to select everything. We are going to drag it down to around this side. Then we are going to click on the background. All right, background, I'm going to move it from here all the way to this side. Good. I'm going to drag it in there like that. I might even want to enlarge it a bit. Good. And then move it up. Good. I think this is better. This is great. Okay, so what is it? I feel like up there needs some little assistance. We'll have to do with this. Okay, it has to do with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it over there. Don't need to see it there. What else is causing that problem over there? So this one, I'm going to clean it over there. We might have to increase it a bit more. Good. I don't know about you, but I feel like this is better. All right, this is better. So we are done with this. Let's merge everything together. Control Alt Shift and then E. Right click it, convert it to a smart. We are not done yet, guys. What I'm about to do will blow your mind. Will blow your mind. Let's go to filter. Let's go to camera raw filter, and then this is where we're going to do a few of the tweaking. Make sure the colors blend together. There are two ways I make sure colors blend together. Okay, now this is the first way that I do to it before I end up doing the other stuff. So I'm going to go to layer, temperature. I'll add 5 over there. I'll go to contrast. I'm going to add maybe 40 something over there. Good. Then I'll go over here to sharpen. Over here I'm going to add 38 over there. Okay, good. And then I'll go here to the colors over here, and here, guys, do not touch on the hue. Go to the saturation, all right, and basically play with all the colors. All right, so just play with all the colors, all right, until you're comfortable. Just play with all the colors there. All right, so when that we are done, I'll go to FX over here, and then I'm going to set FX here, the grain over there to 33. Okay, and then I'll come here, I'll drag the amount over here all the way to maybe 100%. I don't know, let's see. No, it's too much. Let's set it to 32 minus 32. Okay, good. The midpoint, we're going to set it to 39. Good. We are going to set the roundness to minus 24. We are going to set the feathers to 40, and then the highlights we're going to set the side to 40. All right, then the highlights you're going to set it to 38. All right, so I think this is good. I'm going to click on OK. So just like that, we have a very nice one. Good. So we are done with that. Another way I'm going to add colors to it to make it interesting. Colors, all the colors tied together as one and unified is this. I'm going to click over there, and I'm going to use this color code 8F0300. Good. And I'm going to click over here. I'm going to give it FFC590. Click on OK, and I'm going to click on OK, and then I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to set it to soft light. Good. All right, now everything ties together nicely, but we just cannot let it go like that. We need to add one more effect to it. Okay, now this effect, it's been a while I use it, but I'm still going to use it over here. I'm going to click here, I'm going to click here. I'm using the pen tool. I'll click there, I'll click there, I'll click there, I'll click here, then I'll click on shape. Good. Double click here and set it to color white. I'm going to set the opacity here to 9, and then I'm going to give it a mask. Then I'm going to pick my brush tool, and I'm going to increase the size of the brush. Then I'm also going to make sure here is color black. All right, and then I'll just clean this side, increase the size of the brush. All right, good. I'm also going to move it here to make it more realistic. Click over here, click on my brush tool, and then mask this side. We can even tilt it if we want to. Good. Clean this side. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how you create something like this. Now, if you love this video, hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel. I love you all, guys. See you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. Peace out.